Welcome to another episode of Practical Astrology for You. I am your friend Tapan. Today I will be talking about past life, present life and the rebirth, or in other words, past birth, present birth and rebirth. I think it's only the Hindu religion, Hinduism which speaks about rebirths. I don't think any other religion or any other text speaks about this. So, first of all, what is the significance of past life and rebirth? And what is the importance of discussing this from the perspective of astrology? So, if we see, that is Anahita Chakra, means two triangles, opposite triangles. They denote, the upper triangle is Shiva, means Ketu, and the lower triangle is Shakti, means Rahu. So, one which says that it was you originate from Ketu actually, means the starting point is Ashwini Nakshatra of your Kalpurush horoscope. So, Ashwini is the first nakshatra. So, life begins from Ashwini. So, that's how means anything is born. If we can conclude from that everyone is born from that Ketu. So, you take birth, then you cross various stages of life and you die in the 8th house. The moksha is the 12th house, the final point, Revati Nakshatra. And what I believe, what I think, it's not written anywhere, but logically I have understood it. Anyhow, means that there are 108 lives. You can see this mala of Rudraksha. There is 108 beads in it, and the last one is the Brahma. Means you end up meeting that Brahma after you complete that 108 rebirths. I take it as a symbol of rebirth and the end of that life and meeting Brahma. So, the last bead is called Brahma. So, I don't know how many of you all know about that thing. So, it's a vast matter, vast thing to discuss. I will be discussing that in some other video. And regarding every facet of Rudraksha, what are their significance, which deity they represent, one faced, two faced, three faced. Mostly we use 5, 6 and 7. These are the generally available Rudraksha. So, this is I think 5 faced which I am wearing. These are general one. They are of many faces and they are of significance for each different deities. It varies. So, coming back to the main point, that is how, means if life starts with Ketu, so we take birth. So, that's why when we do astrology, means Vedic astrology, we are taught that whatever, if any planet is associated or sitting with Ketu, that shows that whatever you have attained in your past life, means Ketu is your past life. So, from that we can understand, okay, we had a past life. So, that's why it's showing the knowledge as such. Like I have 3 planets in the same nakshatra of Bharani, that is Ketu, Guru and Shukra, that is Ketu, Jupiter and Venus, and another planet is there, Sun, in the same sign, but it is in the Kritika Nakshatra. So, I don't consider that. It's a bit, that points to it, but in any other life I think, whatever I have attained, it was not in the same life. So, you could conclude many things from many, means whatever the horoscope tells. It varies from horoscope to horoscope. I am just making a rough sketch actually. So once you move the ladder, means the first house Ketu, the Ashwini Nakshatra, it's the beginning. So it's in the Ashwini Kumars, they are young, very young. And Magha is halfway, means it's mature, but it's in between the means adulthood, 25 plus age. And the last one is the Mula, the fiercest one. It is very severe, actually very harsh. So Mula means the roots actually. So Mula signifies that you have to cut your roots actually. Ashwini never says that you have to cut your roots, but Mula says that. Okay, until unless, means if any planet is associated with that Mula Nakshatra, if any of your planet is sitting in that, he will tell you to leave that thing. In one stage of your life, you have to leave everything behind, and again you have to start from scratch. So you have to take a jump blindfoldedly. That's Mula signifies like that. So there are various stages of life actually, these three nakshatras. And then what is the significance of Rahu? Rahu shows rebirth actually. Actually we don't achieve whatever planet is sitting with Rahu. Rahu is greed, but it's not totally a plain greedy word. You can't just say okay, it's just plain greed. No, it points you to follow that thing. You won't be able to achieve that thing, because wherever Rahu is sitting in your horoscope, that thing will be the toughest for you to achieve. The success in that field will be very tough for you. Like my Rahu is in my 7th. So when Rahu is sitting in my 7th and Moon is there, my Rahu is in the 4th pada of Swati Nakshatra and Moon is also in the 4th pada of Swati Nakshatra. I was born in 5:32 am in the morning. That was 13th May 1976. And then the night 11:45, I think, lunar eclipse started. So it was just 16 hours before lunar eclipse started. So you all can understand the proximity of Rahu and Moon. It was very near, about in the same vicinity. So, but I can't achieve those things actually. I'm running after those things because 7th house is partnership, marriage. So in some chances you can say friendship also. So I struggle with these things a lot to achieve. For any layman that could be very easy to achieve. So what they say, okay, you have to start doing that thing in this life, even if you don't achieve what it shows, but at the end of the day you will be very near to it. So in the next life you will start, you won't be have to starting from the zero, you will start achieving some of the things, because in this life you have done the karmic things to satisfy these planets. Even Ketu and Rahu both are greedy planets, because Ketu doesn't have head, so it cannot understand anything, and Rahu it has only head, it doesn't have a body, so you can't fully satisfy its greed. Means even if you give him 100 chapatis to eat, his hunger won't be fulfilled. It's like that. So that's why we take rebirth. If there was no Ketu, there was no Rahu, then there won't have been any purpose left in our lives to take rebirths. If we wouldn't have been we didn't had any greed in ourselves, then why we would have taken birth? We wouldn't have done anything. Everyone knows, there is a story from a very famous Russian author, Leo Tolstoy, if I am not wrong. How much land does a man need? One of the famous stories he wrote. So that shows a person, he becomes very greedy and he runs for and the king says, how much till evening, the stretch you will run, you will attain that much land. I will make you the owner of that much land. So he starts in the morning, and at the evening when the sun sets, he reaches at a certain point and he dies there, and they make him the owner, but he is dead, and then they bury him on his plot of 6 by 3. So that's how much land actually we need. But if there was no greed, why that man would have run? Everyone is doing the same thing actually. That's Rahu, which made him to run. That greed is in everyone. Even I have that greed in me. Why? Because I am human being. I will have some greed. I have a greed of becoming a very good astrologer. I want to construct a temple. This type of greed. But still, for the layman, they will say, no, this is not a greed. No, this is greed. Whatever we don't need actually. I want to construct a temple, suppose in 108 hectares land. So 270 acres, that big. So imagine my greed, my Rahu. It's with moon, so the land should be very big. So it's like that. Even my Rahu is giving me a greed of land because moon is associated with it. So it's not that that tough, but we have to understand. Because my moon is good, my Rahu is good, so it's giving me a good greed, but it's still greedy. So that's how we can understand. Okay, someone asked me 2 days back regarding what will be his life in the next rebirth. So then I told him, okay, this will be your second life, means the next rebirth, that will be your ascendant. So generally I don't avoid these type of questions, but since he asked me that question, so I had to answer, because there is a saying, many people say this, I don't believe in that, but people say that whenever someone asks a question, you should always answer, even if that's very tough to answer. Means someone may get hurt, or someone, it may be regarding, but generally I avoid these type of questions, rebirth, deaths, when he will die. Till date I don't remember telling anyone regarding the death time. So because once you talk about death, then you tend to talk about rebirth. It's like that. So rebirths are significant, because whatever you couldn't achieve in this life, you will achieve in the next life, or whatever good or bad you are doing in this life, that will be carried forwarded like a debit credit account sheet. Take this as a whole sum up, means you will have 108 lives, but that will be your ledger book. You can't change anything in that. Whatever you are doing in this life, that will follow suit in the next life. So you all have to understand why astrology is so significant regarding life, and why everyone has to take that into the part and parcel of their life. Until unless you all are not following it perfectly, and you all are misguiding yourselves into the wrong track, just because you are saying, someone says, okay, your Rahu is sitting there, that is a greedy planet, so I should commit sin. You see, committing sin and being greedy are two different things. I am not saying that you should be sinful, because everyone who is born on this earth will be greedy, but that doesn't mean that he will be sinful. You all have to understand the difference. So don't become sinful. Many planets are badly placed in many people's horoscope. That doesn't give you a chance to do sin. Just because your planet is not letting you to do good things, you will start committing sins. That's not good. So you all have to understand why a good guru is always important. Why guru is so important. Just look into my horoscope. Jupiter is positioned with Ketu, with Venus, with Sun in first house. It is being seen from Saturn. Saturn is positioned in the fourth house. It's casting its 10th view on Jupiter. Rahu is seeing it. Ketu is sitting with it. Venus is its enemy. But since Jupiter is very well placed, 17 degrees something, I think, 17-18 degrees Jupiter. Since it is very powerful in a friendly sign, So it's very powerful. So it has neutralized all the negative effects of my Rahu, my Ketu, my Venus, my Saturn. Even if Saturn is to say delaying everything of mine, he says you can't do astrology, you can't do these jobs, you have to do labor work, because Saturn is seeing me. That's the 10th house from Saturn. But still I am managing it because my Guru is managing Saturn. Mostly Saturn can't be avoided by any Jupiter. For that, Jupiter has to be very powerful. A single Jupiter can make or break anyone's life. And it's not that you are born with those planets actually. Even if in your birth chart your planet is bad, suppose your Jupiter is not nicely placed, mine is not nicely placed. So I always tried to increase the frequency of my Jupiter and lowering the frequency of other planets. There my knowledge counts for me. My Rahu has diminished, there is no greed for me. I have never thought of buying a single piece of land for myself. I am thinking about this city, that I will be, if the day I will die, what will I give to leave behind? Nothing. So there should be a temple which should survive for next 1000 years. I won't be writing my name on that wall. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to give this city something good, a vibe, a frequency, where in that temple everyone will be coming, chanting mantras. It will be a complex of temples. I will be starting with a single temple, then every planet will have its separate temple, every deity will have its separate temple. I will be starting the first temple with 27 deities, the 27 nakshatras, so all the 27 deities, and Mahadev will be in between. So first I will start with that thing, then I will go to the next level. I am thinking about the 84 yoginis actually, the final temple. So that's not, we actually say 64 yogini, but that's not 64, that is actually 81. 9 9s 81. So something happened in between, many idols got lost, so everyone says that it is a 64 yogini. So that would be the final temple I am planning of, I am thinking of. It's just in my thoughts now. So when time will come, I will work on that. But I am just telling about, I am not telling about myself, I am just telling about my Rahu and all. So I have made it to work like that, that it shouldn't be greedy about myself. Means my Rahu shouldn't think about me. He shouldn't make me greedy. And for that I shouldn't commit any sin. So you all have to understand, you all have to, don't come to me. There are many good people who are better than me, who have attained those things actually spiritually. They have increased their frequency and wavelength. Their Guru is very pious. You can see that spark in them, that glow in them, that aura in them, that positivity. Whenever you meet them, they are glowing. So become their disciple. Even if he doesn't know astrology, that's of no significance. I am just here to guide everyone. So if you find a good Guru, so the next life will be much more easier, because now you will attain all the knowledges from a Guru. How to use, how to channelize your energies, how to activate your chakras. There are 6 chakras. One day I will be making a video regarding that also. So starting with Mooladhara. So slowly your chakras will get activated. So you will attain a lot many things. So in the next life it will be very easy for you those type of problems which you all might be facing now, you won't be facing in the next life. If you work hard in this life, your next life will be smooth as clear as water. So that's why the knowledge is very important about the past life, the present life, and the rebirth. You should always know what will be your next birth. Now, I will be taking the same type of birth in my rebirth. That's for sure. It's very complicated. My horoscope is such a what to say, Chakravyuh type thing that can't be broken. I am moving in a same oscillating in the same pitch actually for many lives. Actually, it has stagnated in certain place and it's not moving in and out of that place. Actually, it's resonating my life. So that's a different aspect. My horoscope is too complicated to discuss. I'm just talking about the general people. So even if I take my horoscope as an example horoscope, but that's not important. That actually doesn't become true for everyone. Actually, if you all start following all the basic theories on my horoscope, they don't give the same result. Actually, that's because the placements of the combinations of planets together. So it becomes too complicated. So look for a guru, because there will be a rebirth. Everyone will be taking a rebirth, and it should be good. It should be best. You all should also start resonating. Whosoever is seeing my video, he should achieve something from me. Don't subscribe me. I'm hardly telling anyone to subscribe my channel. Just watch my channel. Don't come to me. Look for a good guru. Enhance your Jupiter. He will tell you, if suppose someone has a 6th house Jupiter, then also you can serve other people. 8th house Jupiter, then also you can serve other people. 12th house Jupiter, then also you can serve other people. It's not that you won't be achieving anything. It's wrongly said that okay, 6, 8 and 12 is a bad house, so guru in that house will give bad results, so you won't be getting a good guru. It's not like that. Anyone who has a debilitated guru, that means he has insulted his guru in the past life, so he is debted. And anyone's Jupiter is positioned in the 6th house, that means he is debted to his guru. So he should pay back that debt to his guru. So he should always make a guru. Debilitated and 6th house. Even 8th and 12th. If someone is suffering badly, he has a guru in the 8th house. He is spiritually awakened, but if he is not able to find a guru. For them to find a perfect guru is tough. So he will take away the pain actually if they attain a guru, the 8th house people. So even that's 50-50 true for 12th house guru also. They don't understand because it has matured actually. It's sleeping. The Jupiter in the 12th house, I consider that as the sleeping house for Jupiter. So their Jupiter is in the subconscious mind, sleeping. It's not actual what we in the normal terms say as sleep. It's the subconscious mind. His guru has gone into a state of trance. So you have to bring your Jupiter out of that trance, and it is very tough to bring Jupiter out of that trance. So for that you need a guru. Until unless you don't find a good guru, you won't be able to come out of that trance. There is no boundary. You can't see it. It's not visible. It's a transparent boundary. You can't see it. You can't feel it, but there is it. It is there. My so many years of astrology has taught me. That's not bad. And once you achieve that thing, you break that trance, you achieve a lot from that Jupiter actually. That starts giving better results, because that you can spend that thing actually. It's the house of expenses, no? So you can spend that thing. So work over these things. find a good guru. That should be everyone's motto, and understanding the things. Thank you.